estimate, if according to his projection, it will be done on or before the end of December, then we are at the tail end. As a matter of fact, they can even start using it right now. Right? Because December literally starts next week. Now we're already talking about interior decoration, as the report says. Sir, I've seen churches, classrooms, and many things held in incompleted buildings. So without the interior, we can get to work. But the point I'm making is we are almost at the point where the project will be delivered and legislation will happen from within those walls. And it's important because as a democracy, your legislative arm needs to be up and doing. It's also important because of what that building represents in the grand scheme of the political clash that has happened in this state. If you look back in history, and anybody talks about this era, because this is an era, it will come and go. That's how history works. This will not last forever. When you look at this phase, this Rivers crisis, Ike Fubara assembly, this particular time, that assembly will keep coming up. Because somebody somewhere is going to report, accurately by the way, that fire gutted the assembly. Who set the fire? That's where the argument will come up. But they will say in the heat of the drama, assembly was burnt, demolished, we don't know what happened, something fell, before you know, the lawmakers could not sit there, there was an attempt to impeach governor, this one, that one, and after a couple of months, or maybe 1 or 2 years, assembly came back. So history has already recorded that. What history might alter, depending on who's telling the story, is who is responsible for what. But every narrative will quote that the assembly was demolished. So assembly is about to come back. And those who know claim that this one is better than what once was. We go from that to an issue of particular concern, especially as it concerns those from the Ogoni extraction. They are being cautious. And stakeholders from Ogoni call for an urgent audit of all water projects carried out by HYPREP in the area. The calls are coming after a HYPREP water tank fell in Ebubu, Eleme local government area, last weekend. Nearly 3 weeks ago, a water tank collapsed in Gwara community, Kana local government area. The Community Development Committee chairman of Gwara, Stephen Degbara, says his community now feels cleared of blame. Degbara tells correspondents to Ibiruwari that this recent development shows that bad and weak materials were used to build the HYPREP water tank in their area. He said HYPREP must quickly check and inspect all water projects that they have done in Ogoni land.
It is a vindication of our position previously when the similar incident occurred in Gwara. I think what HYPREP needs now is a complete overhaul of their entire programs regarding water projects in Ogoni land. Like I said, it's a difficult moment for them. I'd like to advise that they empty the entire tanks across Ogoni land, seal it up, and then do a comprehensive overhaul of the entire process to see if it will be replaced or it will stand the test of time.
I agree. Every tank should be emptied right now. The Ogoni people are saying other water projects should please be checked. 2 is more than enough. The Gwara CDC chairman also complained that 3 weeks after the water tank fell, the HYPREP investigation team has not told the community anything about their findings.
But we've not also seen any further concrete steps apart from coming to clear those debris from the site. We had hoped that they will continue from there. It is only the removal of those debris we have seen. The independent audit that was set up by HYPREP, we are not aware as a community if they have visited the site. We would have hoped that our inputs, our contributions will be required in their investigation work.
Meanwhile, environmental rights activists from the area, Fine-Face Dumna Mene, says the repeated falling of HYPREP water tanks have raised serious questions about the agency's cleanup work.
What is happening in HYPREP today with the collapse of the water project is a clear indication that what they are doing is not what they are supposed to do, and that competence is not coming to play, and quality is not coming to play, and the people are not also using the people's money the way they are supposed to use it. Now they are being exposed by the collapsing of the water project, because this is something we are seeing physically, and then we are seeing that it is collapsing. How much more being able to clean hydrocarbon from the soils? Before I was born into River State, I came and met some water project and water tanks standing. They are still standing till today.
Okay, so this is the problem. You see, when you lose a person's trust once, they start to question everything, right? This is like when you maybe catch your partner in a lie. The person cheats on you or something. Even where you have not caught them, you start asking yourself, are we even sure? So thanks to these collapsed water tanks that either exploded, ruptured, bent, twisted, or whatever they want to say happened to it, now they are questioning HYPREP's handling of the Ogoni cleanup, even though there is no physical evidence that is going well or is not going well. But if you can err on this side, it's possible that you also have fallen short on this other end. And that's why it's important that you don't lose trust, because once you do, people question everything. Everything.